Hey, doggies.
I feel so much better now. Today I reached out to everyone who bought tickets for the pre-stampede party and I sent them their receipts because there's a manual receipt sending thing in in Stripe. And I think it's $2 per receipt to turn that on automatically. And I mean, I like sending the receipts because I have a system, and my system is when I send them the receipt, I also go and find them on social media, whether they're on LinkedIn or Instagram. Most people are on Instagram, and I send them that like, hey, I see you bought your ticket. I'm so excited to see you. Hey, do you want to donate a door prize? Because if you do, you're going to get some pre-event promotion on my Instagram and via an email blast to the YYZ Fempreneurs community subscribers. So I did that today, which was great. I got caught up. I got a little bit behind. It was May long weekend and I was sort of in La La Land. So that is awesome. So we're still talking about events here. This is video number 21 of 25. We're coming close to the end. I have a few things that I want to share with you to wrap up talking about events, and then we're moving on to some other really juicy stuff. So before your event, you want to do a 3-day and a 24-hour reminder about the event. So these are going to be emails that you send to everyone with tickets. I send from my YYC Fempreneurs email to my Gmail, and I BCC everyone, making sure that you BCC everyone. You don't want to be putting people's names in the to field where they're going to see each other's email addresses, because that makes people a little grouchy sometimes, and rightly so. So making sure that you do that. One of them is 3 days before, and one is 24 hours before. Now at the event, when people are arriving at the event, they're going to want probably a name tag or a lanyard so that they can get to know everyone. If there are less than 10 people there, this isn't as important. But if your events are around that 20 to 30 mark, which is what mine usually are, then you definitely want name tags or lanyards. And you want a door prize draw bowl, like literally it could just be a bowl. I used to have a Corona bucket, which was so cool, and then I left it somewhere at one of my events, which was actually also kind of fun when I was doing that during the COVID coronavirus thing. Anyways, but you can just use a bowl. If you're at like, a place that serves beer, you can use a beer pitcher, but making sure that you have, 20 or 30 little pieces of paper for everyone to put their name on and throw it in the door prize draw, because you are doing some door prize draws, right? And you will want to have a welcome person if your numbers are between 20 and 30 as well, because sometimes, if you're the only person at the event that's running the event and you don't even, have an assistant for that live event, experience, and you're doing everything yourself, it can get a little chaotic and it doesn't look very professional. So maybe choose one of your favorite entrepreneur friends to be your assistant, to be your welcome person, and have a little bit of help at your event. I always start my events by reading my community vision and values statement, and that's something that we've had since 2019, and it also helps the women in the room understand that this is not a place to come and sell to everyone. That's not what we're doing. And I teach them a little bit about how the community was founded and why it was founded and what it's for, and how the women are supposed to interact at these events to get the most out of it. And so if you have a vision and value statement like that for your community, if you are planning on growing a community, then definitely reach out to me, I guess, if you have any questions about that. And then you're going to tease them about a time-sensitive offer. So some might call this a call to action, but this is really where you're teasing them a little bit about something that you're giving at a really great price to just the attendees of the event. So I don't always do this anymore because I'm usually fully booked with clients, so I don't really have space in my calendar, but I might give them a really good deal on a future event ticket or something like that. And then we do some structured networking, and no matter what kind of event you're doing, it's really great when the people get to interact with each other and make some new friends. So I recommend adding a little bit of structured one-on-one speed dating style networking to your agenda. And there's been a really cool big owl down here every night, but he or she is not here right now. Okay, so if you're doing this event on Zoom and it's not in person, then a lot of this stuff doesn't apply. But you can still do one-on-one speed dating or networking using the Zoom breakout feature if you're a Zoom person. If you're like me and you do your events, your workshops on Google Meet, which is free, then I don't think that there is a one-on-one breakout feature. All right, so that's it for at the event. And then reminder to do your door prizes, because I often forget to do my door prizes. A couple times people left and then I did them on a an Instagram live the next day and you know, had to get those prizes to the people. So try not to forget that. Another reason why you want to have an assistant at your event, specifically someone who knows how to work a cell phone, is to get some pictures and videos. You don't need to hire a photographer, although I have hired photographers many times at my events, and often my fempreneurs, there's 1 or 2 photographers in the group, so they're coming anyways, and I can give them a little bit of promotion and kind of put them on the pedestal a little bit at the event so that they can be kind of working and having a great time at the same time. So you want someone to get those pictures and videos, because your social media gold happens when you take those pictures and videos from your event and you turn them into a reel and you put that out on Instagram to share a little bit about what was happening at the event. Now, when I'm walking into the venue, I've got my phone and I'm like, you know, I'm opening the door and I'm walking in and I'm patting my camera around and getting my face in it and doing all those things. So I'm putting all of that stuff on my story on the day of the event. So as I walk into the venue, I'm actually posting that stuff on my story. And of course, then I still have those photos and videos in my phone for later to use for other things. So you want to be very active on social media. As well as your 3-day and 24-hour reminder emails, you also want to still be promoting your event on social media. This is where the marketing gold of hosting events comes in. You have something to talk about on social media that's not the same old. So use that opportunity. The more you talk about this event, and another thing that I do is I have my event image that I'm using. I'll often make a version in Canva that says I'm going across the top of it, and I'll send that in a DM or in an email or both to all of my attendees that have bought tickets or who have signed up, if it was free even, right? And say, hey, would you pretty please, I'm walking up a hill, will you pretty please post this and add the link to my events page on your socials to help spread the word to more fempreneurs? And quite often, about half of them actually do that, and that gets me even more signups and spreads my name and my Instagram channel to even more people. So all of these little things are excellent to do. Now, after the event, of course, sending a follow-up email and individual DMs. The email, of course, needs to include that time-sensitive offer that you teased them about at the beginning of your event and then probably told them about at the end of your event, and then actually sending it in that email. And then DMing. I don't always DM every single person, but there's always those few people that I feel like were really interested in maybe getting some help from me, or I just really like them for whatever reason. So then I'll spend a little bit of extra time after the event sending them usually little videos like this where I'm talking specifically to them. And if I'm not able to talk to someone at the event because I just somehow our paths don't cross, those are the people I reach out to as well and say, hey, we never really got a chance to have a quick chat. I didn't get to know much about you, so just wanted to say that I really appreciate you coming. And sometimes I'll even offer them a quick 30-minute one-on-one virtual coffee with me, just so that we can have that little one-on-one conversation that we never got to have at the event. All right, that's probably a third of my event marketing brain, all yours for free. I hope you use it, and I hope that you've got some great social media post ideas to do with your event, pre and then during and then after the event, and always making that reel after your event. Anyone who takes pictures and videos at the event, asking them to send them to you so you have them for your reel is really good as well. All right, our next videos are going to be awesome. We're going to lean a little bit away from the event marketing stuff, but we're always going to be touching on it because it never really goes away. When you're someone who holds events, you kind of tie that into everything you do on Instagram, and it really does make your life easier, and it makes your posts way more fun and unique for everybody else.